Hey everyone, it's Trader Rob. Today is Sunday, October 19th. Wanted to get my tradable levels and weekly bands to everyone that's been following the channel, following these. The tradable levels this week have been fantastic. They're good every single week. The bands held up really well. The tradable levels held up extremely well. Just multiple areas that you can profit from on these tradable levels that I give each Sunday and Wednesday. So Sunday kind of gets your week going for Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I provide you guys with a midweek review Wednesday evening, and that is for any adjustments on the bands or the tradable levels going forward to Thursday and Friday. And for those of you that have joined the live stream, I've just been having an absolute blast with it. The trades, the setups have been really well. I talk about how where the setups are coming from, what exactly I'm looking for on the charts. I provide you guys with entry levels, exact TPs, exact stop losses, so it's really easy to follow along. And if you have been following the channel for a while and you've been trading the tradable levels, I highly encourage you to join the stream. I'm gonna be going live each morning from 8:30 till about 10:30. We've been taking about an average of 2 to 3 setups per session. Tomorrow, so Monday the 20th, I will be starting a little bit earlier at about 7:45 a.m. So just make sure that you've subscribed and have the notifications on, so that way you can see my next scheduled stream. But if you go to my channel, you'll be able to see what it's going to be on the next following day. But the general time for each and every morning is going to be at 8:30 open for me, which is Central Time. With that being said, I'm excited. I'm excited for the week to start. Let's get into the tradable levels right after the intro. As always, nothing that I state on my channel is financial advice. Trading futures or any type of trading is risky business. Any capital that is put out there is at risk for loss. All right, so let's just start off with this. Gave you guys the levels on the 15th right here. This is on the 60-minute. I'm going to jump down to the 5-minute. I mean, come on. That was the exact tipping point of the NQ to the absolute free fall to the downside on this level, this tradable level right here. If we jump down, let's say to a 5-minute time frame, you could just see how many of these taps into these tradable levels you can scalp around, and it's an incredible thing. Um, right here, we came right back into this tradable level to 24,756. I don't know about you guys, but that's what a point of drawdown, and the move to the upside from this tradable level right here was, you're looking at about 209 points on the NQ. Come on, guys, these levels aren't coming up from the air. These are levels strictly derived from volume and price action. That's it. And this is how I trade each and every morning. This is now how I trade live in front of you guys. This roadmap, this blueprint that I give you guys with these tradable levels and bands, just chart them up, put them on your charts, spend a couple of days just to see how price action reacts to them, and go get it. That's all I can tell you, is just go get it. Let's go down back to the 60-minute. Let me delete this guy. So now let's do our updates here. And again, if you've already been to my website, which is robstrades.com, there's right on the home screen there, or I'm sorry, on the home page, there is going to be an area where you can put in your name and your email, and you will get this report every single Sunday evening. So it'll come out tonight. That will have all of the tradable levels, all of the bands formatted for the ES and the NQ, just in case you don't, this video goes a little bit quick, and it gives you a chance to really sit down, look at the values without having to rewind or going back on a video. So it does make it cleaner. There's over 1,100 people now on that list. If you want it, just go to robstrades.com. It's free. So let's make some adjustments here that we need to make on. Let's start off with the bands. Actually, you know what? Let's delete the tradable levels. How well this guy picked out the market, the bottom. How many taps we had here showed you a 209-point move. I mean, it's just constant. The absolute top of the market, we called it absolutely perfect. All right, so let's start with this band down here. This new weekly band is now going to sit at the 24,570 down to the 24,831. All right, you know what? Let me delete that guy. So, okay, so that's our first tradable band that we've got here. No, that's too big of a band. That's not right. I got them crossed up here. Down to the 504. Sorry, 24,504. There we go. So that is our new tradable band. I'm sorry, weekly band at the 24,570 down to the 24,504. Again, these are bands that are extremely difficult for the market to get through. The only thing that can pierce these bands is going to be, obviously a big headline news that comes out, tariff talks, high impact news, CPI, big news events, and or the multiple retaps into the same bands. Eventually, every band's going to get broken. Every support or resistance, every volume cluster is going to get broken. But it's that initial reaction or rejection that is so damn powerful. I wish I wouldn't have deleted that third band because I could have used it here to make my life a little easier, but that's okay. All right, our second band is going to sit at the 24,676 down to the 24. Man, I got that one wrong. One second. Let me put this top band in. I get so excited. 24,917 to the 24,831. Okay, and I believe that middle band. Give me a second. I will map it up for you right now. We got that one. We've got. No, we don't have that one. I don't know where that one went. I think I'm missing a band here. Let's see. It's a 24,757. 24,757. Yeah. All right. Give me 1 second. 24,758. And it goes down to the 24,672. All right. Let me copy this guy and then I'll paste him. And we can change this guy to the 24,758, 759, I should say, to the 24,972. Make sure that that's right. Apply. Let's see what happens here. That's not right. That is not right. It's a big band. 757 to. Man, what is. I don't know what's wrong with me. 24,672. Sorry, guys. I don't know what's going on. So now I can copy this, paste. I promise you I'll get this right. 24,758 down to the 24,672. Apply. Jeez. Thank you. All right. So here are our new weekly bands. We've got the 24,917 down to the 24,831. We've got the 24,758 down to the 24,672. And we've got the 24,570 down to the 24,504. Okay. Again, much easier if you just get my email on Sundays. It's a lot easier and a lot cleaner. So, all right, now let's put in our new tradable levels for this week. Our first tradable level is going to be at the 24,855. Okay, and let me just make this white. Okay, let me just keep doing this. Save default instead of blue. Let's do it white. I use blue during my live stream, so that's why I've got that as default. All right, so first tradable level sitting below price action 24,855. Next tradable level is going to sit at the 24,703. Perfect. And our final tradable level is going to sit at the 24,524. There you go. And actually, all three coincide with our weekly bands. Those are very, very powerful, very juicy ones. So mark these up on your charts. See what the reactions are when we get down to it with price action. Remember, first level's at the 24,855, 24,703, and 24,524. On the NQ, I typically am targeting 10 to 15 points, but you can see these tradable levels will give you much more than that, depending on how price action is acting. And if I go back to the ES, it's the same jazz. I mean, this is incredible. Let me drop down to the 5-minute. And let's see, let's start off like where I gave you guys the, let's go back a little bit further. All right, I think this would be good here. All right, so first tap of our level that I gave you at the 67.42. Not sure how many points this would have given you here, but on the ES, you're looking at about 5 points, so nothing super crazy big. But for me on a scalp on the ES, 3 to 5 points is what I'm typically looking for. But you can see how well this tradable level held up throughout price action. And then I believe we finally came down. We did get through this early band at the 66.76. Came back, tapped into our weekly band, and as you guys can see, it was just an absolute rejection just all morning, or I should say almost all evening, all afternoon. Finally came through it, came right back into a level. Now again, remember that same level, you can always get it on the flip side as well. It's a very powerful level with price action. All right. So let's then jump now to the 60 minute, and let's make a few quick adjustments here to our bands. Our first band is going to, not a big movement on this band. Actually, I don't think we tapped into this one yet. No, we did not. So with this band, we can keep. We got no issue with that band. This band, this is the band that we need to adjust. This one now is going to sit at the 67.52 down to the 67.17. Okay, so that's where this new weekly band is going to be sitting at. Again, it's going to be very difficult for it to get through. We've got the Sunday Open coming up here in about an hour. I say it all at every video, but I just want to make sure you guys understand. Typically we can gap up, we can gap to the downside. So just be very careful with your gap. See where the price action opens up at, and then kind of trade accordingly from there. And I believe this lower band, we can make an adjustment as well, which will be our final adjustment for the week. And that's going to sit at 66.09 to the 65.70. There you go. So those are your new 3 tradable weekly tradable bands on the ES. First one sits at the 6806 down to the 6771. Second band 6752 down to the 6717. And our third band, the 6609 down to the 6570. All right, now I can make let's now start taking a look at our new tradable levels on the ES. And I believe we've got a few of them. We got 4 of them. First one is going to sit at the 6788. Boom. There's your first one. Second tradable level is going to sit at the 6672. Boom. Sitting right below price action. Third tradable level is going to be at the 6552. Right there. And 65. Oh, and I got one at the 6648. Forgot about that one. A lot of bands. We had some really good movement. You guys, I talk about it on stream. Been really liking the price action. All right, so here we go. I believe this band, yeah, we did not tap into this one. So we still have the 6788 sitting above price action. We've got a level at the 6672, right below price action. We've got the 6648. And then you've got 2 levels down here, the 6558 and the 6552. All extremely powerful tradable levels for you guys to trade the markets. And again, come watch me on stream, come watch me live. You'll see me take these exact same trades. You'll see me come up with my setups. Believe here, I've got some results from, I mean, we've taken a bunch of trades, obviously on stream through my signal service. I think this one was a full TP on the NQ 24.922 short. This was a TP1 hit. Again, this was a long on the NQ at the 24.520. Tapped in. I think we missed our TP2 by a point there. Here's another one. This was a signal 20 to go short at the 24.764. Smash TP1, TP2. TP1 hit. Got into our entry. This was on the ES at the 6708. Tapped right into our TP1. Let's see what other ones we've had. Live stream. So this was a setup that we hit on the live stream. Took a long at the 24.935. TP1, TP2. Another nice reaction. This one was on from our live stream setup. Here's another TP1, TP2 on the NASDAQ. All these are signals from my signal service. Taking along at the 24.823. TP1 and TP2. Here's another one. TP1, TP2 hit. This one did come into some drawdown. I remember, I mean, this one was kind of a crazy one. But the stop loss, as you guys know, I'm not a big believer on risk to reward. What I am a big believer on is having your stop loss in an area where there is going to be some serious friction. Very tough for it to get into our stop loss. What I'm looking for is for the market to want to free flow much easier to my TP1 and TP2 before ultimately settling in on my stop loss area. So that was another beauty. Here we go. Here, I think this one was from Friday. Yep. This one was from Friday. This is actually the one that I left. I left everybody on stream with this setup. Called this one out, marked it up on my chart, gave everybody TP entry 6708, which came into our entry right here. Smash TP1 and TP2 on that trade as well. So the signals have been doing fantastic. If you're interested in joining that, just join through Discord. It's so much easier. It's about $40 a month is the cost for my signals, which I think is dirt cheap. I know there's a link in YouTube, but it's just so much easier. It's a lot more coordinated when you do it through Discord. The experience, I think, is a little bit better that way. So with that being said, I'm super excited for tomorrow. I can't wait to go live again. I'm having a blast with it. As you guys can see, I'm in the new studio. Um, I got all my tech, everything is ready to go. So I'm ready to trade for tomorrow. Hopefully, you guys are. And again, if you're looking for the email report, just go over to robstrades.com, put your name and email, and I'll get that over to you tonight. Take care, everybody.